Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, whilst all the speculation was going on about what the theme for the 350 million download celebration was going to be, I decided to do another episode of a video that I did quite some time ago. I'll put the link down in the description, where I asked a bunch of my fellow Dokkan YouTubers to design their own custom celebration. So I reached out to some people and asked them to do the same thing again for their designs for this worldwide celebration. So basically, this video has taken me a long time to edit. I was really hoping to get it finished and uploaded yesterday before we actually knew what the theme was. So obviously now we know that the theme is the Namek saga. So a couple of people guessed it right, and a couple of people picked some other things. But yeah, these are the custom celebrations that were designed by a bunch of the other Dokkan YouTubers in the community. So check them all out. Let me know down below which one was your favorite overall. Shout out to all these guys for taking part. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and see what they came up with. Okay, so to start things off, we have the submission from the free-to-play king himself, Mr. JFanta. I thought I would put this one first since Jay was actually the first person to get back to me. Very quick reply. And yeah, we're going to go through his celebration here. So his celebration is going to be themed around the Namek saga. So the two new LRs for the Dual Dokkan Fest banners will be a new Namek Freezer. He says the current ones have aged quite a bit. Maybe one that starts off at final form and then transforms up to full power. The card would be sort of similar to STR Cooler in the way that would work. And then the other card would obviously have to be Goku, but he said he wanted to mix things up a little bit. And so the Goku would actually start off as Kaioken Goku and then transform into Super Saiyan. So I think that would be pretty cool. It's definitely a different way of doing things. So for the side banner characters, the first one for the Goku banner would be a Kid Gohan. And then the side unit for the Frieza banner would be a Jace and Berta together. So that'd be quite a good unit to have. Interesting support for the category, and of course a new unit for the Ginyu Force category as well. Then for Easy A's, I quite like this first one. He's picked a nice bold choice here. So like with the anniversary going with UI Goku as the first category leader, Easy A, Jay has picked the STR Namek Goku. So the Super Saiyans and Namek Saga leader. He says that would be crazy. That would definitely be a big hype Easy A if that was to occur for the celebration. And then he also said Easy A the Tech Ginyu Force or the physical one. And then he said, you know what? Let's just Easy A the entire Ginyu Force. So there you go. Full Ginyu Force Easy A. I know that'll definitely help out people for the Extreme Super Battle Road stage over on the JP side. And then for his Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, his would specifically be the enemies of the Namek saga. So obviously no Gohan or Krillin or Goku or anything like that. The stage would go Kui, Dodoria, Zarbon, Guldo, Raccoon, Berta, Jace, Ginyu, and then Frieza at the end. And then finally for the Part 2 LR, we would have a Namek Vegeta. There's only the one, I think, in the category at the moment, which is the Int support one. And Jay specified that this would be the one that fights against Raccoon and does the final crash move, because there's a lot of interesting animations that he could have that are not represented by other Vegetas in the game at the moment. So there you go, that is JFanta's Namek Saga themed celebration for the worldwide download celebration. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below in the comment section. Okay, so next up we have the submission from our boy DeTruth, and he has chosen as the theme for his celebration the Android/Cell saga. Now, this was decided on before some of the most recent developments that have led people to believe that that is actually what it's going to be, but that is what he chose. So let us go ahead and see what he has picked here. So for the Dual Dokkan Fest banners for the two new LRs, the first one is going to be a new Super Saiyan Goku. presumably with the instant transmission Kamehameha, which, I mean, with the current quality of Dokkan animations, will look absolutely amazing. And then a new Cell, but to keep things interesting, it will be a first form Cell that transforms, basically immediately transforms to Perfect Cell. He doesn't transform to second form Cell and then Perfect Cell. So obviously in his actual transformation animation, we would see him transform into second form Cell and then straight into Perfect Cell. So I think that would be quite an interesting card. It's a unique way of doing a Cell that we haven't seen before. So that would definitely be very interesting. Then for the side banner cards, for the Goku banner, we have a Yamcha and Tien combo. The Z Fighters, you know, they're obviously accompanied but didn't really take part in the Cell games. And then for the Cell banner, we have a new form of the Cell Juniors card. So he did specifically say here that they would have a different name so that they could be run alongside the existing AGL Cell Juniors card and actually link up together, because obviously, you know, we have the same name update on JP. It should be out on Global by the time the celebration comes out. But even with the same name update, those units obviously don't link together. So he did specify a differently named Cell Juniors. And then obviously you could run them all on the same team and they would actually link up well together. For the Easy A for this celebration, keeping it nice and simple, only one here, but it is one of the OG LRs getting their Easy A, and that is the Physical Trunks. So Physical Trunks definitely fits the theme for this. One of the OG LRs. People have definitely been waiting to see what his Easy A could do, and he could definitely be very, very good. He's on a bunch of teams that could really use the help, and so he would be a very powerful addition to all of those teams. So he is the Easy A for this custom celebration. Then for the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, we basically have the stage would probably be called the Cell Games, because it starts off with Hercule and then goes on to the first Cell fight. So it's essentially mirroring, like, the Cell game starts, Hercule jumps in, gets immediately taken out by Cell, then Goku jumps in, fights Cell for a little bit, gives up, and in comes Gohan in Super Saiyan 1. They fight for a while. Gohan won't bring out his full power, so Cell creates the Cell Juniors, who obviously run amok. And then we have Perfect Cell and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as the final two stages. I guess technically you would put Super Saiyan 2 Gohan before Cell if you were going by the order of the fights specifically, but I thought it would be good to end with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, since, I mean, he does win, essentially, right? He wins the Cell game, so he should be the final boss of the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. And then for the Part 2 LR, we have the LR Z Fighters. So essentially everybody who turns up to the Cell games alongside Goku and Gohan, but not including Goku and Gohan. So this would actually be quite an interesting card. You know, we got the Reps of Universe 7 team in the anniversary, but obviously their animation was something that they did do in an episode of Super. So I think they could get really creative with what their super attacks would be. I guess it would have to be some sort of combination of things that they were doing in the episodes fighting against the Cell Juniors, but instead just all sort of ganging up on whoever the enemy is that you're attacking. But I think this could definitely have some very interesting animations, like something completely original as well, which would be definitely very, very interesting. So there you go, that was DeTruth's custom Android/Cell Saga celebration for the download celebration. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below in the comment section, and let us move on to the next one. Next up, we have a newcomer who was not featured on the previous video, so shout out to my boy Tiger from Tiger Uppercut Media. He also picked the Planet Namek saga for his theme, but pretty much everything that he picked is very different to JFanta's one, so obviously I still wanted to include it. And yeah, for the dual Dokkan Fest for the two banners, he went for a transforming Goku base to Super Saiyan and a transforming Frieza final form to full power. Now obviously those are basically the same as what JFanta picked, but I guess, to be fair, if you're doing a Namek saga big celebration with a dual Dokkan Fest, I mean, that's kind of who you have to pick, right? So, you know, Jay mixed it up a little bit with the Kaioken Goku to Super Saiyan, so I figured since these were still somewhat different, it would be perfectly fine to include these, but the rest is very, very different. So moving on to the side banner units, so for Goku's banner, we'd have a new Piccolo, and then for Frieza's banner, we have a transforming Zarbon. So it's crazy that that doesn't exist in the game already. I mean, there isn't even an SSR Zarbon of any kind. So having a Zarbon who actually transforms from his, I guess, base form into the monster form would definitely be very interesting. And another Piccolo, it'd be nice if they haven't done this in the game yet, but since this is, you know, us creating whatever we want, it'd be very nice if they gave this Piccolo a different name. Like if he actually just started off as the Piccolo who's already absorbed Nail, they could call it like Nail Absorbed or something, so that he can actually link up with the rest of the team, because the same name update helps out the Namekian team, but they still can't link with each other, so that would definitely be nice. But those are the two side banner units. Now, for the Easy A's, we have some very interesting picks here. We have the STR Angry Kamehameha Goku. So this is proper OG unit. He has a very interesting mechanic, which I guess was the early steps of what evolved into a revival skill with the, if you get KO'd with an attack, if you're above a certain amount of HP, you survive on 1 HP. Of course, the reason why that doesn't really work super well in practice is because if you're getting attacked multiple times, you then just get hit again and die. So even though it's just an Easy A of an old unit, it'd be really awesome if they converted that into an actual revival skill. That'd be really cool. And then the other Easy A unit is the AGL Final Form Frieza. So he is, of course, an AoE unit, so he's really, really good for things like Super Battle Road, and him getting an Easy A would definitely be good for all those future extreme Super Battle Road versions of the different category stages that he is on. Now, Tiger decided to be a little different when we get to this section, because this would be the section where we talk about the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, but the note that he said to me says, no Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, because we're getting a Legendary Frieza event. So yeah, we're getting a Legendary Frieza event with this celebration. The stages will be First Form Frieza, Second Form, Third Form, Final Form, and then Full Power, and then Mecha Frieza, and then Golden Frieza. So even though it is a Namek themed celebration, obviously Frieza is the big bad of the Namek saga, so this goes all the way through his evolutions all the way up to Golden Frieza. I still think it's perfectly fine. I could see Dokkan releasing something like that in a celebration that is so heavily revolved around Frieza, even though the rest of the celebration is Namek themed only. So yeah, this would definitely be a cool event. We've seen the Vegeta one release recently on JP, so definitely would be interesting to get a Frieza version. And then finally, for the Part 2 LR, we have an LR Captain Ginyu and the Ginyu Force. So I'm assuming the best way to do this would be probably to give them a different name to the physical one, so they can still link together, because again, just like with the Piccolo we talked about earlier, same name update means you could still run them together, but ideally you would like them to be able to link, because the Ginyu Force is such a limited category anyway that we would very much want them to link up. But I think it would be cool to see a new version of that card, because obviously the existing one is super old, so the super attack animation is very, very basic. Imagine them having, even if it's similar to the super attack animation they have now, where it's just each one of them performing one of their attacks, but like in the quality animation that we have now. That would look really, really good. So the Ginyu and the Ginyu Force is the Part 2 LR for Tiger's Namek celebration. So there you go. That was the Planet Namek Saga themed celebration from Tiger Uppercut Media. Let us know what you think of this one in the comment section, and let us move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the custom celebration from the homie Goresh. So the theme that he has chosen for his celebration is Invasion of the Saiyans, aka the Saiyan Saga, but goes right from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. So the two units for the Dual Dokkan Fest are going to be a Kaioken Goku and a Giant Ape Vegeta. So obviously this is a dual Dokkan Fest that people have been hyped for a very long time. There hasn't been a new Kaioken Goku or Saiyan Saga for Vegeta for the longest time, so I definitely think that this would be a hype choice for a dual Dokkan Fest celebration. Next up, for the side banner units, for the Goku banner we have Krillin and Gohan together, and then for the Vegeta banner we have a new Nappa. So these units definitely need some love. Like there's not really any Saiyan Saga, Krillin and Gohan cards, and having them together would be a nice support. And then obviously Nappa, I mean, until he got an LR, he really didn't have any cards outside of the barbershop unit. So these two would make very solid picks, and obviously we've been seeing recently with the side banner units that they're getting pretty insane now, so definitely be decent buffs for the various teams that they would be on. Okay, so for the Easy A's for Goresh's celebration, he has picked the LR Piccolo, which definitely is an interesting choice. I mean, the iconic art from that fight against Nappa and Vegeta, definitely his Easy A fits into this celebration. Hopefully they will add some sort of way for people to get like a guaranteed copy or two of him, because obviously if you didn't get him originally as the World Tournament reward, I mean, Truth famously, it took years to get all the copies to rainbow him. So I feel like they'd probably do maybe a World Tournament at the same time, and then just add extra missions that you have to complete that would give you guaranteed copies of him, which would be pretty good. And then also we have Transforming Goku and Transforming Vegeta. So whilst they're not necessarily, you know, tied to the Saiyan Saga, because obviously they go through all of their transformations that they don't have yet, I guess the main theme is, of course, the final battle of the saga between Goku and Vegeta. So those two units getting their Easy A here would definitely be good, because, I mean, those two units are very outdated now. People hate seeing them on banners all the time, so them getting an Easy A would be very, very good. And then for the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, we have, this is what I was saying about the full sort of saga, going right from the beginning. So we have Raditz, then Kid Gohan, Yamcha, Tien and Chaozu, Cyberman, Piccolo, Goku, Nappa, and then finally Vegeta as the final boss. And then finally, for the Part 2 LR, we have an LR Raditz, which I definitely think is it's worthy. The tech Raditz is really, really good, but he's kind of like the only Raditz. Like, he's an MVP for Extreme Tech, but he's only really super good in events with multiple opponents. And then, like, the free-to-play Int one is fairly decent, but it would be very cool to have an LR Raditz. He did make a note here saying he would have done Goku and Piccolo, but obviously we just recently got one from the Garlic Jr. saga, so he has gone with a Raditz, which I think is a pretty decent choice. So there you go, that is the Homie Goresh Saiyan Saga, or Invasion of the Saiyans Worldwide Celebration design. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below in the comments section, and let us move on to the next one. Okay, so last but not least, we have the entry from Toon Rami, and Toon, being the goofy guy that he is, picked some very interesting answers. He did specifically say to me it wouldn't be a Toon answer without something stupid. He definitely made this hard work for me, because he picked a bunch of characters that don't even have arts in Dokkan, so some of the images that come up in this segment will be slightly different. But he also picked the Android/Cell Saga, but quite a few different choices to truth. Funny considering their ongoing love-hate rivalry that they picked the exact same theme for their celebrations. But yeah, for the dual Dokkan Fest, we have a LR by Guys Goku, and then of course a Super Perfect Cell. He did originally pick the news reporter with the cameraman as the secondary Dokkan Fest, but I told him that he please had to change that. So he said as long as I mentioned in the video that I made him change it. Oh, in fact, also, he made me mention the fact that if you go back and check that older video that I mentioned at the beginning that I linked in the description, his first response was exactly what he picked last time. give or take 1 or 2 minor details, which he didn't even realize. So he had to come up with something else like on the spot, basically. So yeah, those are the 2 banner LRs. Obviously pretty good for this celebration theme. Bye Guys Goku is something that we've waited for a long time. And then obviously an actual starting super perfect cell. Then for the side banner units, so the message that I got was hot chick in the pink outfit and fat Destructo Cell. So there is no art for these characters. I guess technically there is an asset for the fat cell in the I guess STR Cell super attack, but I had to look up the female character. So she's one of Hercule's students or assistants, and her name is Miss Pizza. Although it's probably pronounced Pizza, I don't know. But I think his students are all named after food as well. So she's the side banner unit for the Goku banner, and then Fat Destructo Cell is the side banner unit for the Cell banner. Then for the Easy A's for this celebration, we have some interesting picks here. We have the Prime Battle Cell, definitely a solid pick for this saga. Then we have the Int Super Vegeta. I think he's a very good unit. He was super fun when he first came out, so an Easy A for him would be very good. And then we also have the Int Krillin from the Battlefield shop, so that definitely is an interesting pick. That's actually a unit that I have never bothered to pick up, so if he got an interesting Easy A, I would probably have to go ahead and do so. So definitely an interesting choice there. And then for the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, we have something similar to the Majin Buu stage that we got a while back, where we essentially fight through all the various different forms of Cell. So we start off with the very first Imperfect First Form Cell. Then we have Imperfect Cell with Power of the Human Race. So Toon is a big Cell fan, so he's gone in deep with the knowledge here. This is, I guess, first form Cell right before becoming second form Cell, when he's absorbed tons of humans and is slightly more powerful. But then we have second form Cell, Perfect Cell, Cell Juniors, Fat Destructo Cell again, and then Super Perfect Cell as the final boss. And then finally for the Part 2 LR, we have the LR Z Fighters. So this one differs slightly to the one that Truth picked, because Toon specified here Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin and Vegeta when they all unite and help Gohan beat Cell at the end. So I guess the they'd be firing off various like key attacks, and then the final part of the animation I guess would be Vegeta throwing that final key blast that he throws at Cell, which is obviously part of the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan super attack animation. And obviously that as the finisher to their animation in current Dokkan quality of animations would look pretty damn good. So there you go, that was Toon Rami's Android / Cell Saga. I had my work cut out for me with that one, so thanks a lot, Toon. Let me know what you think of that one down below in the comments section. Okay, well, there you have it. That is the custom celebrations designed by my fellow Dokkan YouTubers. Let me know down below which one was your favorite. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, we now know that the theme is the Namek Saga, but some of these were definitely very interesting. And even though we won't be seeing them for the download celebration, maybe we will see something similar in the future. So shout out to all of them for taking part. I do very much appreciate it. Shout out to all you guys for watching it. Let me know which one was your favorite down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.